loved in return.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Tony Nord. I'm an Associate Registrar at MacEwan University, and it's my distinct pleasure to welcome you here this morning on a beautiful fall November morning. We are pleased to celebrate our graduates in the Faculty of Arts and Science, in the Health and Community Studies, and the Faculty of Nursing at this morning's Convocation ceremony. At this time, I'd like to acknowledge the very talented group of individuals who, behind me, under the direction of Raymond Burree, comprise the MacEwan University Big Band. Let's give them a big round of applause for their music this morning. As we prepare for this morning's event, I'd like to remind you that the Winspear Center is an acoustically responsive hall Therefore, I ask if you're carrying electronic devices that you take a moment now to turn those off, or at least to place them on silent mode for the duration of this morning's ceremony. If you need to step outside of the concert hall, please note that there are monitors in the foyer areas where you can continue to watch the ceremony unfold this morning should you need to take that break. I'd like to remind our graduands that there is a professional photographer who will be taking photos as you cross the stage today, as well as once you step off to stage left. And those photos will be made available to you at a future date in terms of how you can obtain those. So just stay tuned one more time to that MacEwan email address. And we'd just like to remind graduands as well, as we get prepared for this morning, that take your tassels should be on the right side of your hat. Once you confer and graduate, you will move that, of course, over to your left, as I have mine currently. With that, I think just before we start our ceremony this morning, we have time for one more musical number. Ladies and gentlemen, the MacEwan University Big Band. Let's give one more big round of applause. Ladies and gentlemen, MacEwan University Big Band. If you are able, I'd ask that you please rise. At this time, I am pleased to introduce the mace bearer for this morning's convocation ceremony, Tim Williams, the Chair and Associate Professor in the Department of Public Safety and Justice Studies. He is carrying the university's mace, which was donated to the university in 1997 by its namesake, Dr. Grant MacEwan, and became the official mace in 2008. It is especially meaningful to the university as it was hand-carved by Dr. MacEwan. Further information on the mace and other convocation traditions can be found in your convocation program. Our faculty procession will be led by Dr. Lucio Gelmini, Associate Professor in the Faculty of Arts and Science. Ladies and gentlemen, please remain standing for the academic processional.
Please have a seat. Good morning, everyone. I am delighted to welcome you to this morning's convocation ceremony. Today's convocation is indeed a wonderful and celebratory event as we recognize our graduates for their achievements at MacEwan University. Graduates, distinguished guests, members of the stage party, faculty, staff, and all others in attendance, my name is Dr. Annette Trimby, and I'm honored to be the President and Vice Chancellor of MacEwan University. I would like to begin by taking time to acknowledge the land on which we gather in Treaty 6 territory is the traditional gathering place for many Indigenous people. We honor and respect the history, languages, ceremonies, and culture of the First Nations, Métis, and Inuit peoples who call this territory home. The First Peoples' connection to the land teaches us about our inherent responsibility to protect and respect Mother Earth. With this acknowledgement, we honor the ancestors and children who have been buried here, missing and murdered Indigenous women and men, and the process of ongoing collective healing for all human beings. We are reminded that we are all treaty people and of the responsibility we have to one another. I would now like to invite our Indigenous Knowledge Keeper, Daphne Alexis, to provide us with an Indigenous invocation. Protocol was offered before the ceremony. Daphne?
Ishnish Pinimatnin Wahina, Daphne Alexis McGabbard, Wakamne, with name Neshidaha Himut. Good day, my name is Daphne Alexis. I'm from the Alexis Nakota Sioux Nation, born and raised in Paul First Nation. I've been acknowledged with the tobacco and the print to do the opening prayer this morning. So I will do that with a prayer song and a prayer. Shnish. Wakatanga. Takashua. Shnish na hambanen pake chednen. So then, hispichikebiti. Shonanin hiune. So the Utan awiabi. Utan ogigebi nin inamagochine apadanimi osoda nin bagechene inagami ahochapavichin pasitavichin awiabchin shichene ginabit na hangamane ogigem hoshinam hamchestami.
Thank you, Daphne. Celebration and sharing of Indigenous culture are key to building a strong future for Indigenous people here at MacEwan, in Edmonton, and across the country. I am so pleased we are able to incorporate the voices of our Indigenous community and the talent and creativity of Indigenous musicians. I'm grateful to be able to welcome Brianna Lizotte, who will be accompanied by Justin Smith. Brianna is a Métis fiddle player from Sylvan Lake and a current MacEwan student pursuing a Bachelor of Music. Justin is a guitarist from Bonnyville and a graduate from MacEwan's Bachelor of Music. So thank you very much, Brianna and Justin. I know these ceremonies start off a little serious, but it's okay to toe tap all the way through. So what a wonderful performance, and thank you for celebrating with us today. Please now stand for the singing of our national anthem performed by the University of MacEwan's Big Band and led by Jessica Singleton. Please be seated. I now have the privilege of introducing Dr. Tony Fields, MacEwan's first chancellor. Chancellor Fields has had a long and distinguished career in medicine as a physician, teacher, researcher, and administrator. He is known for his compassion. Most recently, he was a professor of oncology at the University of Alberta and Vice President of Cancer Care for Alberta Health Services before retiring in 2011. Please join me in welcoming Chancellor Fields to officially open Convocation.
Thank you, President Trimby. Welcome to MacEwan University's Fall 2022 Convocation. I have the pleasure and honor of conferring your academic credentials today. As Chancellor, I declare MacEwan University's Convocation open. At this academic ceremony, we will honor our 2022 graduates by conferring degrees, diplomas, and certificates, and we will recognize the outstanding achievements of the students of MacEwan University. Graduands, today is all about you, and we are honored to be here to celebrate your achievements. Graduation from a university is a major milestone in life's journey, and Convocation fittingly celebrates it with you in the company of your classmates, loved ones, and teachers. Together, we recognize the diligence and persistence that each of you has applied to your studies and the knowledge, skills, and attributes that you have acquired in your years at MacEwan. These are the tools that will help you to succeed in whatever field of work or further study you choose. When I reflect on the years that have passed since my own first graduation from university, my most striking observation is the dizzying acceleration of the pace of evolutionary change in our society's knowledge and achievements, whether in my own field of healthcare or almost any other field that you might name. You, today's graduates, will no doubt witness further achievements that my generation scarcely dared to dream of. This wonderfully exciting prospect underscores the importance of the commitment that I encourage each of you to make to lifelong learning. Adaptability to change will be a vital asset, critical to meeting challenges and taking advantage of opportunities. We believe that your time at MacEwan will have helped to prepare you to succeed in this changing future. We hope that it has also nurtured your ambition to be not simply followers, but shapers and builders of this future, with the goal of betterment of our world and its societies. As you graduate, you join the growing community of MacEwan alumni. Collectively, you and your fellow alumni demonstrate the many benefits that education at MacEwan contributes to our society across many disciplines and within our public, private, and voluntary sectors. I look forward to conferring your credentials here today, and I wish every one of you a future rich with fulfilling endeavors and rewarding achievements. Thank you.
Thank you, Chancellor Fields. It is my pleasure to now introduce members of the stage party. Members of the stage party, please remain standing once you have been called. And members of the audience, please hold your applause until everyone has been introduced. You've already met Chancellor Fields. Next to him is our Board of Governors Vice Chair, Adam Guiney, and our Vice Provost and AVP Research, Dr. Craig Kuziemski. Would members of our Board of Governors rise, please? Would our Deans and Vice Presidents rise, please? I now ask our Associate Vice Presidents and Associate Deans to stand, please. I would like to recognize our distinguished alumni, Keith King. Would other members of the University Administration rise, please? I now ask the representatives of each of our associations, faculty, staff, alumni, and student speaker to stand. And would our Indigenous Knowledge Keeper, Daphne Alexis, please rise. I now ask the Mace Bearer, Distinguished Proctor, and all remaining faculty and staff of the university to stand, please. This is our Fall 2022 Convocation Stage Party. And together they represent all the faculty and staff from across the university who taught you, encouraged you, challenged you, supported you, and worked behind the scenes for you during your time at MacEwan University. And they are all honored to be here with you today. So thank you, members of the stage party. You may be seated. I would now like to invite Larissa Williams, Vice President, Operations and Finance with the Students Association of MacEwan University, to read the student invocation.
Through learning, we flourish and help others to flourish. We stand here today on the brink of important change for ourselves and for the world. Inspired by the past, we now step forward to transform the future. Engaging with others, we cherish the diversity of experience within our communities and ourselves. Through perseverance, we excel. Through compassion, we connect. Through creativity, we thrive, and through knowledge, we grow. Through all this and more, let us forge a legacy to nurture, to inspire, to endure. Moved by this spirit, strong in our knowledge, we move out into the world with open arms, open mind, and open heart. We pledge to leave the world better than we found it.
Thank you, Larissa. Alumni are our greatest legacy, and each year MacEwan recognizes the outstanding contributions and achievements of its graduates through the Distinguished Alumni Award. Presented at a ceremony earlier this spring, we are pleased to have Keith King join us today to deliver the convocation address. Keith King grew up on a farm in northern Alberta in Treaty 8 territory and Métis Nation of Alberta Region 6, and as a registered nurse for 18 years as part of a long-held family tradition of nursing and innovation. As a nurse working in public health, they use their natural talents for helping others, learning with others, and making connections that improve people's lives. They are also working on a PhD in nursing, exploring Métis people's experience of HPV-related cancer prevention in Alberta, and volunteer with the Edmonton Two-Spirit Society and Métis Nation of Alberta. Please come on up, Keith.
Hello, bonjour, Tanchet, to the board chair, chancellor, president, provost, stage party, distinguished colleagues, friends and family of our graduates, Indigenous leaders and elders, and especially the MacEwan students graduating today. I want to start by acknowledging our ancestors, the people, lands, and spirits that have guided us all to what is now known as Edmonton. These lands were, and continue to be stewarded by our First Nations and Métis relatives, and I hope that all of us can work together towards reconciliation both today and in the future. I started what I can only describe as my greatest adventure here at MacEwan in 1997. I know that seems like a long time ago. The world was very different. We didn't do land acknowledgements, even though we probably should have. I certainly didn't worry much about the climate crisis or global pandemics or the price of fuel. It was 52 cents a liter back then. Can you imagine? The things I worried more about back then were problems that I experienced. Things like overt homophobia, racism, wars. I'm sad to say that these things still exist and they continue to be stressful for us all. There were many times in those early years of figuring out who I was and who I wanted to be that I didn't think I would survive. As a young, queer and questioning person who grew up on a farm way up north, I was both excited and terrified of the prospects of learning at a university and the people and opportunities that would be presented to me. I was blessed in my first days at MacEwan. I met many amazing people who helped shape my path forward in life. I continue to hold on to those relationships and the learning that was shared between my friends, mentors, and even many of my instructors. One of my very first nursing instructors is here today, encouraging me just as strongly as she did nearly 20 years ago to bring my unique gifts to the career that had chosen me. Only now she's my boss, and she's the Dean of Nursing. I encourage you all to hold on to the relationships you've made here. Stay in touch with the people who inspired, protected, encouraged, and challenged you to be better versions of yourself. Send that text or email or call the person when they cross your mind. Ask for support when you need it. Offer support when it's needed. These relationships will nourish your spirit and open doors for you on your journey. This year, I was honored and deeply humbled to receive the Distinguished Alumni Award for some of the things I've had the privilege of working on over the years. I am most humbled by the work I was able to do in developing the Alberta Pain Strategy in collaboration with the many communities that are affected by and involved in the treatment of acute and chronic pain. I'm also humbled to have had the honor of stepping up and working closely with the Métis Nation of Alberta during our pandemic response, helping deliver the first ever Métis-led COVID-19 vaccine clinics in Canada, as well as providing mental health supports and community education during the very difficult times of this ongoing pandemic. I continue my community work today, volunteering with the Edmonton Two-Spirit Society as co-chair of their board, and continue to volunteer with the M&A and other organizations whenever possible. Coming to MacEwan helped to forge my passion of service to others. I volunteered at Safe Walk at MacEwan my very first year, and I met some really cool people there. I am grateful to MacEwan University for providing the skills and knowledge to pursue my dreams and live my values in my work. Some of the things that I learned were to be authentic, to share my gifts with others, and be open to seeing the gifts in other people. To work hard for the things that I want and speak up when I see an opportunity for positive change. When I came here, I was a small town kid with big dreams. And now I stand here a small town adult with even bigger dreams because I know what is possible. I see in front of me a room full of people who I hope have been inspired, challenged, and propelled forward in becoming stronger versions of themselves, as I was, who have clearer ideas of what's possible and the desire to achieve it. I see a room full of talented, diverse people whose gifts are ready to be presented to the world in whatever you choose to do. You've been through a lot graduating in 2022. The pandemic, unprecedented historic changes, and you've survived and maybe even thrived in these historic times. I hope you take what you've learned through all of this and pass it on to our future generations, remembering that some of what you learned happened here at MacEwan University. Thank you. Merci. Merci.
So thank you, Keith. I think I can say on behalf of all of us, it warms our hearts to hear of your great adventure at MacEwan and your bigger and bigger dreams. I now invite Chancellor Fields to join me for the presentation of graduands and conferring of credentials.
Graduands, if you are able, please rise. By virtue of the authority vested in me by the province of Alberta, and upon the recommendation of MacEwan University's General Faculties Council, I admit you to the degree, diploma, or certificate to which you are entitled, and I invest in you all of the rights and privileges, powers and responsibilities pertaining to that credential. Now I bestow upon you this credential as a solemn trust to transform, to engage, and to improve the world from this day forth, to teach and to learn from others, so that through your learning we may all flourish.
So the moment you've been waiting for, you are now graduates of MacEwan University. To commemorate this special moment, I invite you to all flip your tassels to the left, together on the count of 3. 1, 2, 3, flip. So graduates, it will soon be your turn to cross the stage, but first, a few medals and a musical interlude. I'd like to welcome the recipient of the MacEwan University President's Medal for Academic Excellence in Student Leadership to deliver the student address. I think I should tell you to have a seat. Have a seat. Yeah. The President's Medal recognizes graduating students who have made an outstanding contribution to campus activities while maintaining a superior academic record. The recipient of the President's Medal is Fatima Diab, a graduate of the Bachelor of Science with a major in computer science. So Fatima, please join me to the left of the podium. So Fatima achieved a grade point average of 3.8 over the course of her program. Well done. Woo! Yeah, okay. And she has contributed to a positive learning environment for her fellow students. You are to be commended for your role as a teaching assistant, helping other students as they transitioned back to campus learning following COVID-19. Your professors applaud your optimism and your welcoming and collaborative approach. They spoke about your curiosity and how this brought great joy to the classroom. Through your work with the Edmonton Muslim Achievement Awards Night, you encouraged academic and community excellence. Today, we celebrate your academic excellence and your impact on your fellow students and on our university. I am delighted to present, I'm hopeful it's in the box. It is, I got the right one. The President's Medal for Academic Excellence and Student Leadership to Fatima Diab.
Thank you, Dr. Trimby, for the introduction. Good morning, fellow graduates, faculty, administrators, distinguished guests, family, and friends. I am honored to be speaking and celebrating with you today. I first became a student at MacEwan University when I was just 4 years old. At least that's how I imagined it in my head. My father and I would drive up to the clock tower to pick up my mother from her classes, and I marveled at the iconic masterpiece move with every minute, imagining the life of a student who I could be honored enough to become. For letting me follow my childhood curiosity, I owe a humbling gratitude to my parents, who always reminded their little girl, no matter how old she was, to follow her heart and passion. To my parents, I owe everything that I am today. A child's curiosity can be endless, and mine seemed to float and explore the walls of this university. So when the day finally came for me to join it, I was thrilled to begin, only to realize, like many of you, I had no idea what I wanted to do. Thankfully, my curiosity did not disappoint, and I found my element while taking an Introduction to Computer Science course. Within a few weeks, and with the guidance of my instructor, I realized that computer science is my calling. For this directionality, I owe all my professors an acknowledgement for constantly affirming my career and educational aspirations. Our academic credentials, my fellow graduates, grew from a tiny seed of curiosity. Over the years, we watered this seed and gave it every opportunity to succeed. When we entered the doors of MacEwan, the now young tree faced new opportunities for growth in unfamiliar terrain. Over the years, our tree stood tall and resilient to challenges, and today we graduate and harvest the fruit of this young tree. Today, our childhood curiosity guides us as we walk the stage with our heads held up high and our roots strong. We all know that our university experiences did not just require inspiration, but a steady, unwavering instinct for success through perseverance and dedication. Because, my fellow graduates, no matter how hard the snow was blowing outside, we still showed up. We worked tirelessly on our assignments and essays, we attended our lectures, seminars, and labs no matter how early, and when it was all done, we trudged back home and did it all again the next day. No matter what or where, we showed up, and today we are celebrated for this. Today, our precious trees leave the doors of MacEwan and will embark on their best journeys so far. After today, we contribute to the society we spent years learning about. My fellow graduates, a strong oak tree can persevere through any climate and continue to grow for hundreds of years. So how far will your tree branches grow? Congratulations, class of 2022. Thank you.
All right, everybody, bring your 4-year-olds down to the clock towers. We want you to come to MacEwan. And you know what? You hang on to that childhood curiosity and show up. I think that's wonderful advice. So in a moment, our marshals will bring our graduates to the stage, and off stage to your right is a representative from our alumni office. They will present each graduate with a gift on behalf of the MacEwan University Alumni Association. The graduate procession is ordered by faculty and school. Student awards will be presented in advance of graduates. So graduates, this will be a moment to celebrate, shine, and be recognized for your accomplishments. As you make your way across the stage, I would like you to stop and hit your mark. Really, there's a... is take a moment. You deserve a moment. Wave to your family and friends, and pause for a photo. So although we will not be shaking hands, we will be proudly watching and cheering as each of you cross the stage. So we now welcome Daphne Alexis, Arnold Alexis, and Little Boy Singers from Alexis First Nation. They will perform an honor song as the graduates are being assembled.
Thank you, Daphne, Arnold, and Little Boy Singers. We are truly honored to have you perform for us today. Everyone, my name is Dr. Craig Kazemski, and I'm proud to be MacEwan University's Vice Provost and Associate Vice President Research. In each faculty and school at MacEwan University, we recognize the students whose academic efforts place them at the top of their class. The Dean's Medals are the highest academic honor that may be granted by a faculty, and these medals recognize the exemplary success of individual students in an area of study. One award may be granted in a certificate or diploma program, and one award in a degree program. At this time, I invite Dr. Malika Shalaman, Dean of the Faculty of Arts and Science, to come to the podium and present this prestigious award.
Hello, everybody. It's my honor to award the Dean's Medal for Academic Excellence in a degree program in the Faculty of Arts and Science to Emily Marie Simon, a graduate of the Bachelor of Arts, English major with distinction. I would like to invite our award winner to join me here on stage. In selecting the recipient of the Dean's Medal, academic achievement is the first consideration. Emily is an exceptionally bright student who earned no grades below A- during her time at MacEwan and achieved many grades of A+. However, her strengths go well beyond achieving top marks. Her professors praised her engaged diligence, attention to details, and her intellectual sophistication. As a student, she was willing to take risks and offer thought-provoking arguments about texts not covered in her courses. She distinguished herself as a gifted scholarly writer with a natural affinity for approaching problems from an interdisciplinary perspective. When hired as a summer research assistant in the English department, she proved to be both efficient and thorough and displayed an exceptional ability to take initiative in research settings. Emily plans to apply to a Master of Library Sciences program as the next step on her academic journey. I see in her a future leader and a scholar who will do exceptionally well in her career going forward. Congratulations on your achievements, Emily. Eminent Chancellor and Madam President, I now present to you the following graduates from the Faculty of Arts and Science.
And now, presenting graduates receiving their Bachelor of Arts. Joanna Estelle Cermeno Acevedo. Aisha Ansari Ali. Yahong An. Mohammed Anik Awesome. Matthew Wallace Baker. Ashley Nicole Barilla.
Kieran Bell. Cole Nathaniel Benson. Salem Girimai Berhain. Shrandeep Biring. Jessica Dawn Ratina. Tyler Sheridan Chappell. Morgan Hunter Kopp.
Nicole Da Costa. Michael Alexander Dancer. Tessa Joy Green. Connor Joseph Hagan. Melissa Violet Hagstrom. Desiree Marie Hainault. Harrison Howard Hogue. Sarah J. Hudson.
Denis Saud Huseinovic. Heshani Iliparuma. Maya Christian Jalal. Jessica Kara Jensen. Mariam Abdul Qadir Karsh. Sarah Elizabeth La Riviere with distinction. Isla Lorena Lee Law. Louise Catherine Laycraft.
Christopher Aaron Leatham. Claudie Leblanc. Sherry Shuihuan Lo. Liam Angus McIntyre. Emily Lynn Meyer. Jared Allen Oman. Anna Joy Claire Page.
Akifa Patel. Hannah Gladys Ann Portraits. Hannah Ruth Rieger. Harmanpreet Kaur Sandhu. Rosalia Rita Scavuzzo. Kelsey Louise Smith. Yasmin Smith. Sarah Tajuddin Suleiman. Eve Delaney Talavera. Chidochashi Lisa Tapera. Layla Thompson.
Loveneet Singh Virk. Tavon Sylvanus Wilson. And lastly, Marissa Victoria Zorniak. And now presenting graduates receiving their Bachelor of Science. Maria Samantha Abinoha. Sukhmanjot Kaur Bissell. Vincent Nebrez Bravo.
Alexander James DeVries. Fatima Abdul Wahab Diab, with distinction. Lakhwinder Kaur Dab. Cassidy Megan Dundas. Wesley Hao Yin Feng. Twinkle Gupta. Nicole Hurtado.
Connor Zachary Hutton. Hassan Iftikhar. Mohammed Mosleh. Ayina Rata Narayan. Selena May Noonan. Emily Ray Marie Robinson. Phoenix Troy Nicole Rowley. Aisha Sadiq. Alyssa Joan Schmidt with distinction. Katharina Eva Sawinski.
And lastly, Cassandra White with distinction.
At this time, I invite Dr. Samuel Mugo, Interim Associate Dean of the Faculty of Health and Community Studies, to come to the podium.
Good morning. It is my honor to award the Dean's Medal for Academic Excellence in a degree program in the Faculty of Health and Community Studies to Melissa Danielle Stanky, a graduate of the Bachelor of Applied Human Service Administration with distinction. I would like to invite our award winner to join me here on the stage. Melissa is a graduate of Allied Learning Diploma, was an educator at Early Learning at MacEwan, and is a course facilitator of FLIGHT, which is a provincial early learning curriculum developed through the Bachelor of Early Childhood Curriculum Studies program. She's now graduating with a Bachelor of Applied Human Service Administration, where she maintained exceptional grades and excelled in her directed field study courses. Faculty who taught Melissa affirmed that her work was clear, compelling, and inspiring, and she demonstrated values-based leadership. She illustrated insights, a capacity to conduct research, and an ability to integrate theory and practice. Faculty who acknowledged Melissa's dedication to quality in professional practice through her employment with the Terra Center and now through her position at Northwest College. Melissa is an excellent representative at MacEwan University and deserving a recipient of the Dean's Medal. And now I'd like to present the Dean's Medal for Academic Excellence in a diploma program in the Faculty of Health and Community Studies to Tammy Powell, a graduate of the Hearing Aid Practitioner Diploma with distinction. I am pleased to recognize Tammy Powell for her outstanding achievement in completing the Hearing Aid Practitioner Program with a perfect 4.0 GPA. Tammy excelled in her studies, achieving A+ in the majority of her courses, a truly outstanding achievement. Faculty described Tammy as professional, diligent, detailed, and conscientious. Her work was thoughtful, thorough, and well-researched. With her knowledge, strong skills, and passion of the field, Tammy will find great success in her chosen profession. Tammy is very well deserving of this recognition, and we wish her well in her career. Congratulations. Congratulations to Tammy Powell for her outstanding achievement. And now, Eminent Chancellor and Madam President, I now present to you the following graduates for the Faculty of Health and Community Studies.
And now presenting graduates receiving their Bachelor of Child and Youth Care. Mekdez Solomon Gebre. And lastly, Marco Venizio Salinas Sanchez. And now presenting graduates receiving their Bachelor of Early Childhood Curriculum Studies. Allison Page Fraley with distinction. Lastly, and now presenting graduates receiving their Bachelor of Social Work. Jesse Christopher Downing, lastly.
And now presenting graduates receiving their Bachelor of Applied Human Service Administration. Adja Hadiatulay Berry. Jeanette Christina Bishop with distinction. Nadja Liban Moalen. Irene Irenos Okogan. And lastly, Ashley May Volkerink with distinction.
And now presenting graduates receiving their acupuncture diploma. Shayla Vicky Armstrong with distinction. Donata Marie Eigenscher with distinction. Emily Gunther. Mona Marie Hansen. Mackenzie Jane Eileen Hutchinson. Haley Noel Kowalczuk. Tira Juliette Mills with distinction. Abigail Lynn Moy. Brooklyn Marie Morgan. Megan Emily Nickel. Candace Rogers Hoyan, lastly.
And now presenting graduates receiving their Correctional Services Diploma. Ashlyn Rain Charles. Jessica Fisher. Jay Singh Mangat. And lastly, Kelly Joanne Saxton. And now presenting graduates receiving their Emergency Communications and Response Certificate. Stevie Beckingham. And lastly, Ashley Irene Leslie. And now presenting graduates receiving their Hearing Aid Practitioner Diploma. Jihad Amin Abagoush.
Rebecca Jean Aska. Samantha Bowerman. Lacey Hannah Campbell with distinction. Alyssa Paige Carney with distinction. Amy Elizabeth Carrier with distinction. Brandy Cram. Jocelyn Kathleen Dalios with distinction. Ashraf Amin Fayad. Aliyah Herrera with distinction.
Gemily Lumpinas Lubasan. Thuza Min. Stefani Lorraine Musso with distinction. Alyssa Elaine Rorabek with distinction. Jenna Mahmoud Shaban. Jaylene Alyssa Turner with distinction. Brooke Valhalla Lastly. And now presenting graduates receiving the Massage Therapy Diploma. Jasanpreet Kaur. Marcus Lansangan Karian. Amanda Ray Howell. Stephanie Marie Martin.
Vanessa Stella Lynn Palachuk. Mackenzie Janine Poirier. Cesar Aaron Ramos Ruelas. Rain Carol Scarrett. And lastly, Jewel Earl Tuhan. And now presenting graduates receiving their Police and Investigations Diploma. Clinton Peter Sharp. Karen Takte. And lastly, Sydney Wesolowski. And now presenting graduates receiving their Social Work Diploma. Hiba Omar Abdo. Christopher Michael Dingwall.
Ifeolua Promise Filani. Sky Danielle Johnson. Rebecca Dawn Kirby. Jamie Lynn McLaren. Rashida Adams Nakabugo. Talia Jane Sayer. And lastly, April Marie Wyant.
And now, presenting graduates receiving the Special Needs Educational Assistant Certificate. Randy Boonstra, with distinction. Mandy Dibus. Sahara Castro Friesen, with distinction. Memona Gull. Naomi Joy Peterson, with distinction. And lastly, Bushra Sahid, with distinction. And now, presenting graduates receiving the Therapist Assistant Diploma. Maria Alessandra Michaela Acosta Santos, lastly.
And now presenting graduates receiving their Bachelor of Psychiatric Nursing. In a little bit.
We got a little ahead of ourselves. At this time, I would like to invite Dr. Christy Raymond, Dean of the Faculty of Nursing, to come to the podium.
We always get a little excited. Welcome and good morning, everyone. It is my honor to present the Dean's Medal for Academic Excellence in a Certificate Program in the Faculty of Nursing to Joni Michelle Forsyth, a graduate of the Occupational Health Certificate with distinction. I would like to invite our award winner to join me here on stage. Joni has graduated at the top of her class with an impressive 4.0 grade point average. And many accolades from her faculty members. Joni is described as a relational person who was always prepared for class and took learning to the next level. Impressed by her curiosity and the intriguing questions she asked, instructors noted Joni's significant knowledge base and ability to apply her diverse experiences to the field of occupational health. But this is only one of many of Joni's distinguished accomplishments along her nursing journey. Joni has had a remarkable 27-year career in the Canadian Armed Forces prior to taking her certificate. Prior to taking her certificate in occupational health, inclusive of specialization as a critical care nursing officer, as a commanding officer for casualty support overseas, coordinating transit home for those seriously injured in Afghanistan. I told her I would not make her nervous, but there's a couple more that you have to hear. She also oversaw the setup of international nursing education programs and training in Afghanistan. Something I am just astounded by as well. She's also published an article in the Canadian Nurse magazine along the way. And these are nothing short of incredible accomplishments, all of which speak to the character, the fortitude, the bravery that she's demonstrated throughout her studies and beyond. It's an honor and an absolute privilege to award this most deserved Dean's Medal to Joni. Congratulations. So well deserved. Eminent Chancellor and Madame President, I now present to you the following graduates from the Faculty of Nursing.
And now, presenting graduates receiving their Bachelor of Psychiatric Nursing. Samantha Jane Dernis Lastly. And now presenting graduates receiving their Bachelor of Science in Nursing. Elena Zhou, Lastly. And now presenting graduates receiving their Perioperative Nursing for Registered Nurses and Licensed Practical Nurses Certificate, Katie Janelle Aluk, with distinction. Amy Jean Hutchings, with distinction. Navreet Johal, with distinction. And lastly, Rabael Shahid, with distinction.
And now, presenting graduates receiving their Wound Management Certificate. Anna Lauren Abels. Shelley Lorraine Bresden Smith, with distinction. Kirsten Sonia Houston Reese. Mona Shubeda. Marie Anjanette Halden Yo, lastly. And now presenting graduates receiving their Bachelor of Arts, Divya Handa. Lastly. And now presenting graduates receiving their Bachelor of Applied Human Service Administration, Salu Sebastian Lastly.
So you see how these ceremonies start kind of serious and they build and they build and they build because of our awesome students, graduates, and all of you that have come here to cheer them on. I wish we could tell each and every one of their stories because as you can see, they're incredibly awesome. We get the best seats in the house because we get to see each and every one of them smile as their name is called, and they smile even bigger when you say, "That's my boy, that's my girl." Way to go. So we really appreciate that you chose MacEwan and that you're here today with us. I now, just before we go, you are now part of another journey, part of the alumni family. So I'm going to ask Keith King, our distinguished alumni, to come back to deliver an online address to you, the newest members of the MacEwan alumni community.
Congratulations, class of 2022. As a Distinguished Alumni Award recipient, I'm thrilled to congratulate you on your academic achievements and to be the first to welcome you to the Alumni Association. I still remember my first day on campus, going to my first class, meeting my classmates, and trying to navigate the many complicated halls of MacEwan. The memories of my time spent on campus remain with me today, and I've shared some of them. As each of you look around the room today, and embark on your own journey, remember that you are leaving MacEwan with so much more than just a credential. I'm here to remind you that your friendships and memorable moments that have shaped your experience over these past years will continue with you no matter what path you take. You now join over 84,000 alumni like myself who are out there making a difference in communities across the province, the nation, and the world. This is a group of peers with whom you now share a common experience with. Connect with them, stay connected to each other, continue to cheer for the Griffins, stay involved at the MacEwan University community, and perhaps walk the halls as a mentor to next generations of students. You are an important part of our university's legacy, and I hope that you embrace being a MacEwan alum in the same way that you embraced being a MacEwan student, with commitment and passion. Once again, on behalf of the Alumni Association, congratulations, class of 2022.
Thank you, Keith, for those words. This brings us to the closing moments of our ceremony. It gives me great pleasure to thank the many people in our MacEwan community who have worked hard to organize this convocation. Faculty, I want to thank you for all of your work. You ensured that your students were engaged in meaningful academic experiences that contributed towards their success. Graduates, while this signifies the end of your academic career at MacEwan, it is not the end of your lifelong journey of learning. I know that there are many people who helped you on your journey thus far. I'd like to invite you, our graduates, to express your appreciation to those who have supported you along the way. Would the faculty, family, and friends of our graduates please rise? Graduates, a round of applause, please. And now in turn, I invite our faculty, family, and friends to join me with a massive round of applause congratulating our graduates of 2022. You may all be seated, thank you. Before we adjourn for the day, I would ask that guests remain at your seats for a few more minutes. The stage party will exit first, followed by the graduate recessional. Once the last graduate leaves, guests may exit to the lobby. With that, I declare this convocation closed.